Hey, what's up, guys? We're gonna we're gonna work on my '68 Camaro. Stick around, subscribe, share. I'll be working on the '86 camper. I gotta put new seats in the front. Just got the new tires put all the way around, new brakes. Just had the engine totally rebuilt, so I gotta do some restoration up front. Tonight we're gonna be working on the '68 Camaro. I put in it's a LS 6.0. I need to put in the new bracket right here. With the new bracket, I'm gonna try to put a new alternator in along with a new power steering pump. So tonight we're doing a pre-run, putting this guy on, and I've got a oh there it is, check. I've got an AutoZone around and grabbed an alternator that will fit. If it works and doesn't bump into this after I get the bracket on, then I'll actually take it back and order the same thing, just a chrome edition. That's my other older alternator, the mini. It just doesn't fit in this new one. So all right, let's get to work. It might be boring to some people, but you know what? I'm just gonna play out in the shop. The family's in bed, so here we go. Oh man. I think that's how it probably is. Oh gosh. It's so heavy. I see you got my own. No, no. I think that might work. So I'm gonna give you an idea of what's going on. Um, the guy had dropped in the 6.0. The first one he dropped in actually right before church. I had less than 100 miles on it. I go to start it up and go to church, and spring on the seven piston collapsed, and the spring went everywhere, destroyed the engine. So we found another one out of a 2500 Tahoe, an LS from like 2005. He pulled it out of the Tahoe. He let me see it running on a video. He pulled it out, paid him 3 grand. He dropped this in, just did the high rise air intake, just painted the block just black. The original engine was painted maroon to match the car. But anyways, this is just general. There's no aftermarket stuff besides the air intake and the vintage air over here. But he put in a bracket, this cheaper bracket like this. And then the cheaper bracket for the alternator, it was getting loose and it wasn't in line. Let me show you. And this is pretty in sync when it comes running across there to the pulleys below, above. The original one, the chief one, the alternator was actually set back like a quarter of an inch. I told him you could see it, but anyways, it was pushed back this way a quarter of an inch. In that case, the belt was going around. It worked, but I could just tell the belt was gonna eventually go out. And I think we got the belt right here. Maybe. Yeah, see there? So so I got a new belt. But before I actually had it started running it, I just thought, you know what, I'll get a new bracket for it. I'll set this up. So since this works, I'm gonna take it off, take it back to AutoZone. I'm gonna order a brand new one off of Jegs, a chrome one, to throw some more chrome under the engine here. And today at AutoZone, I also ordered a new power steering pump down here. The original one's right there. It doesn't match my bracket. We found an all power steering pump that matches this bracket. This is an aftermarket bracket off of eBay. Pretty general. So the power steering pump should go in there. If the pulley should line up correctly, then all the belt will be in sync as far as in line with each other, which then we'd be good to go. The car would be back on its running rate. So um, I thought about it. You might have seen my other videos if you haven't. Um, check out my other videos on my channel. There's some ones on the camper. There's some ones on this engine over time. You might see older videos. Subscribe and share for sure. Like anybody on here, like old school, I've definitely debated on getting rid of the vintage air. Um, getting rid of the vintage air. Of course, I want to keep air in here, but um, anyways, and that's another video. Get rid of the vintage air and throw twin turbos on here. I'd have to get another bracket to push this over farther. Unless I did a single turbo, I could get rid of this and have just one single turbo. But why go with one when you can go with two, right? Or relocate some stuff, get rid of the air and do a pro charger with air cooling in the front here. That's an option. But right now, I've probably put less than 1,000 miles on this engine, so I'm going to get it in shape, get it going, get this car back on the road. Check my videos out in past videos. I came out here and I put where's it at? Oh man, I put a 3-inch drop on this thing. Drop block. It's not what everybody does is a drop block. Let me see, here it is. You'll see in some of the videos in the past, I put a 3-inch drop block. Everybody does it different, shackles, and this is a cheaper way, easy way I can do it. I just got a general garage. I don't have a lift and all that. So, anyways, I got the car where it's set pretty smooth right now. Where instead of old school, they always were up in the back. I got it leveled out. The 3-inch was too much. It was tucking the tires too bad in the back. I just got these from a guy in Oklahoma. I love the Crater style wheels. But now I've actually got some room. That 3-inch drop actually dropped it down where I had like almost less than half of an inch. So look back at my videos. You're going to see I put a aftermarket drop block back there. Um, yeah, it's a good video. Short videos, but let me walk you over. We're kind of done working on the Camaro, so let me walk you over here to the next project. I kind of go between projects right now. You'll see I'm building a tree house for my boys. I got to put the slides up. This is an 86 model, like you saw at the beginning of this video. Totally did a full engine rebuild. Had a guy to do that. It needs new interior front seats. You can see here. I'll just open it for you. These are aftermarket seats, and they're just in bad shape. So we are gonna do some new pads on the side. Sorry, I've got all kinds of stuff back there. I turned it into my office. I'm not sure if the AC works. I turned it on when I plugged it up for the first time last month, and the air turned on. It didn't blow cold. Welcome to my office. Um, I got two websites going and building on right now. As I get the websites more in shape, I'll post them on here in the description so you guys can check out some of the outdoor products I have and canvas artwork I got going on the second website. As for now, that was my main goal for tonight was to just be successfully get that installed to check and see one specific thing if it was going to touch back here, and it is touching, but it's not out of whack. Everything's tightened up. Belts are in line down there. So the next step, order a chrome one. When the power steering pump comes in, hook that up, and everything should be ready to rock and roll, start it up. So that was my one concern. But anyways, I think we're good to go. So it was a successful night. So I'm gonna work on going online, working on websites. Keep up, share, subscribe. for my future products, the restoration, the future custom stuff I'll do with the Camaro. Um, Please check out my videos and you'll see I'm really into woodwork. So I got all kinds of projects out here in the garage. Make sure it's right there. Subscribe and keep up, guys. Love you. Have a good night. Now let me see if I can end this. This is one of the first live videos I did in a long time. So, da 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 da. All right. Later, guys.